Yeah. So as you come back out to join the rest of the group with your dinner, what do you guys do?
Eat dinner.
I eat it so fast.
So, sounds like we're going to be heading east, huh?
Yeah, if we want to figure out what it is that he'll set us out to do.
Sounds like East Haven's going to be the next spot.
East Haven is your... Yeah, Talia's... So East Haven's your next destination.
Well,
Think
it's
so.
our next lead, wherever it is the trading caravan.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to decide where to go next now that you've seemed to solve the mystery of whatever it was going on in that lake. I think my time at Bremen might come to an end.
You're not going to stay and learn more.
I will go out and speak with this Donnie that you said his name was, and maybe spend a few days in conversation, and then I may head out somewhere else. I've been in Brennan for far too long.
Do you know a bush?
I knew many people with the surname Bush back beyond the spine.
What?
Is your academic interest entirely with fauna, or do you also appreciate unique flora?
Both.
Monty.
I believe Floof would love it if you met our friend Bush.
Oh, you have a friend named Bush.
We have a friend named Bush that is a bush.
Makes the berries. You can eat the berries.
Sorry, come again?
You can eat the berries.
Yeah, you can eat Bush's berries.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
As I said while you were briefly distracted there, Bush is a bush who can speak.
A plant that can speak.
Yes.
A shrubbery.
Under the same effect.
Yeah, that would be a great... Where is this talking bush?
At the moose!
At the Moose Hole in Lonelywood.
The moose hole!
Well, perhaps after I am done here in Bremen, I will make my way up to Lonelywood and speak with this talking bush.
Okay.
Try not to be too forward. He's somewhat timid. And still figuring out his place in the world. But he's very forthright with information. Sure
I'm sorry, you're really quiet, Og.
That's just how I am, take it or leave it.
Can't hear you, Og.
I can hear
Oh
him.
shit.
It is
Me
just
too.
really quiet for me. I don't know.
Turn him up.
He's all the way up.
Well,
Shit.
Well, fuck. Figure it out.
Okay.
He said the bush was timid, but forthcoming.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, Joe.
That's it. Now Floof goes back to demolishing the fish.
Okay. Yeah. Well, after Tali finishes up their food, they are going to head up to bed as they plan to get up first thing in the morning to go out on the lake and speak with Donnie.
We should sleep if we're going to chase after this caravan tomorrow. I miss my bird.
bird.
I think I'll do a little bit of scrimshaw before bed. I think. As Calder starts pulling out cragcat teeth and the moose antlers.
I will clean my net out in the snow.
Is night falling yet?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
past. Yeah, it's pretty late in the evening at this point.
When's the next time that they're supposed to make a tribute to the Frostmaiden?
The next time that they make a tribute to the Frostmaiden, let's see. I need to update the calendar. It's been. Let's see. I keep forgetting to update this thing. I believe it is 5 days.
How long will it take us to get to East Haven?
East Haven is, let's see, East Haven is about 20 miles from Bremen. It will take you 2.5 days.
Time to get there.
Am I any easier to understand now?
The same for me.
Same.
Yeah, same for me too.
Well, shit.
Shaltari, no, she did not.
Oh, okay. Right.
Basically, the trip is you guys can get to Bryn Shander in a day, and then here, let me check. Oh, sorry, this is on the road. It will take you a day and a half, sorry. So you basically get to
okay.
Bryn Shander, and then from Bryn Shander to East Haven. That will be the long trip.
That's not too bad. So we sleep and then we do that in the
well,
morning, or?
Wait, is everyone just going to bed?
Calder's gonna do some scrimshawing, like down here at the table.
I was gonna say I'm not.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, bye.
Well, that's 2 down. Okay, now that he's gone, what's our plan?
Do we ever have one? We just
Don't
tend
know.
to pull it out of our ass at the last minute.
I know.
I'm gonna get some
What
booze.
Okay, well, that's 3.
I won't leave you guys, damn it. Not until it's official break time.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm usually.
Nothing. We're just plotting your demise.
Okay.
I'm up for quite some time. Frequently.
Well,
Cora, do you have any dessert? It's fine if you don't. Or if you don't know, that's alright too. Okay, good chat.
What?
Anna, can you even hear him at all?
What? Sorry, what's going on?
Oh,
I was
nothing.
just trying to have a conversation with Cora, but I assume he started with that word and you couldn't hear him.
Oh, sorry. What did you need?
I'm usually up a bit longer. Do you have any dessert?
Oh, get, like, candied snow.
No shit.
snow cone's badass.
Like syrup and snow?
I will have one of those. Would you care to join us?
Sure. And she goes back into the kitchen and prepares a couple servings of this maple syrup and snow.
Does it? What color is it?
Maple.
Maple
Amber.
syrup colored.
Okay.
As she leaves to go prepare that, before she returns, Monty's just gonna say, I've learned a lesson or two about colored snow since I got up here. One of the first things the other miners taught me. I am good, thank you very much. And he stands up. I'm gonna go for a walk and maybe make some of that myself. I'll be back in a bit, y'all. And he's gonna
Cora
leave.
kind of
the
looks at
inn.
you and is like, you know,
Oh, this
you
is
have.
while she is gone. This is while she is gone. He is shit talking behind her back.
Okay. Then this is the DM saying, you know that they have like indoor, like you can just not have to
Yep.
shit in the street like an
Monty
animal.
is going for a walk.
Monty's a country boy. He goes outside.
Well,
So does Floof. Floof doesn't know how to use a toilet.
God, we might need to change that.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, Monty leaves. Cora comes back out with some dessert.
I rush over and I push it out of Shaltari's hand and I go, "Don't eat that! You'll be sick!"
Waka picks
What?
Floof up. And it's like, you behave while we're at the table.
I-
The snow is okay.
It's not good. It's not good.
Vaka will pick it up with her hands and bite it in front of Floof to show them that it is okay.
What are you doing?
You don't eat it if it's on the ground, Floof.
Which Vodka just did.
But I picked Vaka's piece off.
This is the longest running piss snow joke that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Floof.
What?
It's sweet, like candy.
What is candy?
It's very tasty. Would you like to try it?
Okay. I lick it.
There
Tastes
you
like
go.
maple syrup.
Now we find out that Floof hates maple syrup.
I just start eating the whole thing.
Okay, good. Well, that's fine. You can
I
have
ate your
that.
snow cone.
You can have
I
that. That's
ate
fine.
your entire snow cone.
That's fine.
And then I got a brain freeze. So I start running around like I have a brain freeze.
So, Cora, I imagine you probably do not get much for conversation. Well, when the world is the way that it is. Or maybe you can't hear me at all. It's fine.
I can't hear like the first half of what you're saying.
I can.
I don't
I
know.
can't.
I'm
I
not
can't hear
sure
the whole
why.
time.
I don't
sure
know.
why that's
it's
happening.
just super soft. I can't.
I can't help.
Like, I have you
Just wants
turned
to
up all
talk
the
to
way.
Cora.
I just want to give this poor woman some friendly conversation.
I'll see if I can turn it.
What
all
if
the
I
way up.
just talk like this?
Honestly, that is better.
Well, fuck. Alright. We'll do this.
Watch Og die on the inside.
Okay. Say what you said.
You don't seem to get much for conversation around these parts, especially with the way that the world is.
I mean, just with Tolly and some of the others in town.
Do you have plans to stay here?
Well, there's nowhere else I would really go. I have my inn here. And only ever really known Bremen.
It's strange to me that Those who still have family, just let them go.
You get a really grumpy look from Vodka.
If it would, are you talking about my son?
You said you and he parted on not the best of terms.
He chose to go. What am I supposed to do?
Whatever it is you wish, I suppose. I would offer you. Well, we would offer you company on the way if you wish to find him.
I have no intention of traveling to Caer Denivel, if that's what you're implying.
I don't know enough of the world to make implications. I was simply offering. Family is important. And I suppose I just envy you.
If he wishes to return, then he knows where I am. I'm not going to go chasing after him. It was his choice to leave. That doesn't mean I don't miss him.
What were the details that we do know about
You know...
these tiefling were not with the caravan, right? They were with
No, they weren't with the caravan. They arrived one day. So what she has told everyone was that these tieflings arrived one day and offered him lodging at the keep in Caer Denivel, and he left.
She said to us that he was acting weird, but of his own accord.
Yeah.
That's what the notes say.
And then what she told Vaka is a little bit more in depth.
Right.
Which is why you're getting a disapproving look from her across the table.
I take out a copper piece and I roll it across the table to Vaka.
It just rolls over.
Yeah.
I go for it. I go under the table for it and I put it in my mouth.
That is for your thoughts. Vaka, you seem to have them.
I'm just amusing how we are grateful for your hospitality, Cora.
Well, I'm very grateful to have guests, so you are welcome as long as you want.
It has been a long time since I've had sweet snow.
I'm glad that you like it.
Well, I suppose I will get a head start on my sleep so that I am a little less grumpy in the morning. I just tap the table and find my room.
All
Good
right.
night, Mr. Shaltari.
So what's everybody else doing? So Shaltari's off to bed.
Calder's sitting here with these cragcat teeth. Probably going to turn them into beer horns. And trying to figure out something to do with the moose antlers with the scrimshot
Badass.
kit.
Okay. Monty, what are you doing on your walk?
Monty's gonna go do a thing. And everybody
God.
deafened.
Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
Before you do that, really quickly, Floof will go and sit by Calder and point at one of the moose antlers and say, "Can I use this part?"
Which part there, Floof?
And I'm pointing at a piece that has a curve, and that, if it was cut off properly, could be used with a handle, and has like a little curve part.
Out of character, what does Floof want to make out of that? Just so Calder can try to figure it out.
They pull out their rock, paper, scissors rock.
Mm-hmm.
And some sinew, some dried sinew that they have for their bow. And they are going to try to attach the rock, paper, scissors rock to this moose antler.
He's trying to make like a slingshot.
No, just a club.
Oh,
Just a club.
But
Okay.
a magical club. And or a magical knife.
DM permitting, Calder will do his best for Floof.
sure.
Alright, so okay, so Calder will attempt to do that with one of the moose antlers. The other moose antler, Calder will try to make some like cooking utensils out of them. Like a soup, like a stew spoon and some other thing, like a spatula for cooking, like actual cooking, not for eating.
Okay.
Make a little
So
kitchen
you're
utensil
making.
set.
Okay.
So 2 beer horns, kitchen utensils, and whatever this monstrosity that flew.
Okay.
A club.
All right. You can make those rolls, and I'm gonna. Everybody, go ahead and deafen, and I'm going
Okay.
to speak with Monty.
Oh man.
Okay, they're all deafened.
So Monty is headed back to what's his name? The mayor?
The speaker,
The speaker's house, yeah.
the acting speaker's house.
The acting speaker's house.
Okay.
As soon as he gets past, like, going up the trail to it, he's going to take the form of Ravison and then stealth up.
You take the form of the frost druid.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's gonna sneak up to where he can see into the dining room, or like that foyer
Could I get a stealth
that
roll?
he had seen inside for. Yeah. Five.
All right. So as you kind of move up towards this window looking into the home, you can look through this kind of grimy glass that is kind of looks like it's got soot on it. It's kind of hard to see through. But you can see the dwarf barrel boar sitting in what looks like an armchair, and a fire going on behind him, like in the fireplace. But it's really hard to make out the room just because the glass is so dirty.
I got line of sight. So in his mind, in Ravison's raspy voice, he will say, "The Frostmadien is so very displeased with you, speaker."
You don't really get a response. You get the impression that he's asleep. But as you do this, you see you're kind of leaning over to look in this window. Your hand slips with that 5 in stealth, and your head kind of knocks into the frame of the window. And he kind of jumps awake, and kind of hollers out, "Who's there? Who's sneaking outside my window?"
Does he see me?
No, he doesn't. Like I
Okay.
said, the windows are really dirty, and he's got light inside, and it's dark outside.
Then I will repeat what I just said now that he's awake.
He just kind of, you see he reaches up or behind the chair and pulls up this axe, and he starts kind of like looking around the room. Can you make an intimidation check?
Yeah. These are going to be great rolls for the rest of the chat to see.
You just hear him kind of shout out, what is it you want?"
You've been indulging when the rest of your village, has been abstaining. The Frostmaiden sees this and is displeased.
Make another intimidation check.
Funny.
Wait, it's just a little bit, just to take the edge off.
Oh, but so much more than anyone else has. The Frostmaiden demands it of you. Uril has sent me to tell you to take what is left of your imbibements and bury it in the snow behind your house and never recover it. Do you want another roll?
He's gonna say, or what? You've already frozen this country in ice for 2 years.
This country, yes. But not you. And not your father.
All right, now you can roll.
Enjoy.
Now you can roll intimidation with advantage. 'Cause that's pretty good. So
I think
20
that's-
again. You see, the axe kind of goes limp in his hand, and the shaft of it kind of bumps on the floor. And he says, "Fine. I'll bury it. I'll bury it all. Just pass over this house. Take your rage elsewhere." And you see he starts pulling a crate out from under the table.
This will do. And he's gonna head back down into town and walk around for a while after changing back into Monty. And then after about an hour or so, he's gonna go to that spot and recover what he can from it.
Yeah, so you go back to behind Barrelbore's house and find there's a kind of freshly buried part of the snow. As you... Can you roll stealth?
Yeah. Come on. Okay, thank God.
Alright, so you dig up what he had buried. You find a crate filled with what looks like bottles of whiskey
Mm.
from Neverwinter.
How is the crate pretty unwieldy?
You can carry it yourself. Yeah, it's got about 15 bottles in there that are
Alright.
full, and one that's half full.
Alright. Monty's gonna dig it up, cover it back up, take a piss in that spot, and then head back to the inn.
Okay.
You can undeafen them, right?
I can't do it. They have to do it themselves.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Did you walk in with what you took? Or...
Did we come here with the dog sled? No, we didn't, did
No.
we?
Baka.
Yeah, he's gonna come in with the crate under one arm and the half bottle of whiskey
What?
to his lips.
you can't carry it under one arm. It's like it's a big crate.
All right. Well,
Very
Monty's-
concerning.
the door opens. A crate just gets pushed in to the front door, and Monty then steps over it with a half-drink bottle of whiskey in hand and closes the door behind him.
Funny thing to bring back from a walk, Mr. Montgomery.
I'm like fitting the ball, the stone in the antler while you're talking.
Funniest things you find out in the snow. People throw out the dumbest shit.
What is it?
He'll come and set down the bottle in front of Bloof.
I sniff it.
Oh no.
It's whiskey.
I lick it.
It's
Tastes
whiskey.
Tastes like glass.
No, the
Or do you lick the
inside.
bottle, or are you licking the... Are you taking a swig of whiskey, Floof?
I'm taking a lick of whiskey.
It burns. You've never had it before. If you remember the first time you ever took a shot of whiskey.
It burns us.
I was gonna say something about
Floof
that.
sets the bottle away and starts just rolling around on their back, like holding on to their head and doesn't like it. I think I'm dying, maybe.
Starts licking the floor vigorously.
No, I do not.
Vaka will offer the last spoonful of her sweet ice to Floof.
I sit up right away and take it.
Tanner, you saw my 3 rolls for the scrimshaw.
Yeah, they all succeed.
Okay,
Sweet.
thank you.
Yeah, you got a bitchin' club now, Floof. That's
Hell
Calder finished up
yeah.
Pulling out some of his little bit of leather strips to really fasten the stone. Like, he'll wait for you to stop having a whiskey fit.
Oh, I'm good now. I got the syrup.
Is this something you're thinking now, Floof?
I take it and
It'll
then I
show it's like-
swing it in the middle of the air.
So like where the root of the antler would start on the moose's head, he's kind of put leather wrap around that, and he's trimmed off part once the moose antler dips to seat the stone in, so that it's the stone picking out or hanging out, so it's kind of like cupping the stone.
Yes.
And he used some of the excess antler bits to kind of help create like little charms to hang off the handle. So you got like little charm for the antler shards.
little wind chimey thing.
Little
wind
wind
chime
chime. Oh. Yes. Okay, thank you. I start swinging it around in the room. I'm gonna bonk them all so good.
Think you will.
Okay, thank you. Yes, please.
It's
what
just
friends
a
do
little
for each
too
other.
close to Monty's whiskey crate.
It is a little bit close to it.
Yeah, Monty's gonna take the crate up to his room. Call it a night.
Alright.
Monty just arrives with a crate of whiskey.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh my god.
When he's out of earshot, Calder's gonna
Yeah, what
look
the
at
fuck?
Vodka and just be like, well, let's hope there's not a stiff body out in the snow that's bleeding out or somebody robbed.
Vaka will just like shake her head.
Well, you know that alcohol has been incredibly hard to find.
Well.
There's one person in this town that you remember reeking of whiskey.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He killed a man.
Well, we don't know that.
He probably killed a man.
So I'm betting by Dawn's first light, we should probably beat feet and get the hell out of here. Otherwise, that speaker's going to be right cross with us.
Or dead.
How are we going to get that whiskey
Out of
anyhow
character.
out of here? You can barely carry it. I know I can't carry it. I don't want to burden you with it, Baka. Pardon me, speaker.
Vago will just kind of like sigh, like, that's if there's any whiskey left by the morning.
He'll still be dead.
I gotta meet my patron now. Blah.
All right. Do you guys head off to bed then?
Vaka's gonna watch Floof just like hacha and swing their club around. And try to kind of get their bearings as they're like just watching Floof learning how to swing their club, and just kind of sit and watch them for a little bit, kind of absent-mindedly start twirling their talisman around their neck.
Thinking of home, speaker?
And she like kind of like raise an eyebrow and look over at Calder.
Remember you were telling me about your talisman was your departed loved one.
I wonder sometimes how we've managed to stay together this long. How I've been able to stay away from home this long. If the first name he speaks isn't mine.
Are you worried?
And Vaka will kind of like crinkle her nose a little bit after their conversation with Cora, and like what his Sheltari has said at the table about family and people leaving their families. I don't want him to forget me or think I abandoned him.
Well, he's quite young. Sometimes those memories will stick, but sometimes it just might be a fog in the back of their mind. I mean, I could say I went through a not too dissimilar situation of your little lad and me and my mother. But I didn't hold it against her. I mean, I did a little bit, but I had my paw there to help me through that. And
So, as you say, I had my paw there, Vaka noticeably winces.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to sting.
No. It's fine. It's quite alright, Calder. He
I
has
think
his
you're-
grandmother, and
He's got family there still, though. I wouldn't worry too much. I think you're being quite hard on yourself. I mean, what you're doing for you and, everybody that you care about back at home. Sometimes doing what's good or what's right, it requires giving something up for a bit. A little sacrifice. But when the spring thaw comes and you can see your little boy running around with a spring bloom on the mountainside, you know in your heart you'll be doing the right thing. And that you did the right thing.
even if that's stopping Montgomery from being murdered.
That I'm just going to let play as it lies.
And with that, like, Vaka will kind of smile a little bit. tuck our talisman back into all of her furs. I like to think if I had the choice, I'd still be home.
Well,
I need this winter to end.
like you said, if you had the choice, but nobody's got a choice right now. I mean, you took a hard path, but it's going to lead to great reward for you, for your boy's future.
For returning home with the sun. And with that, she'll kind of shimmy a little bit in her chair and stand up and stretch.
At that point, you just see Floof hit himself in the face on accident with the club. It's
I think it's time for us to rest, little one.
just okay. Maybe I don't know. Yes or no.
Perhaps more whiskey will help your head.
Whiskey. That is like bad berries.
Something like that.
And Faka will get up, take Floof's club and pick up Floof. And as she heads up to where the rooms are, she'll just kind of turn to Calder. Thank you.
Anytime, speaker. Anytime.
And she'll walk off with Floof.
I just flopped over your shoulder and I'm already getting snoozy.
That's just the concussion.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
We are waking up in Bremen at the inn as you guys are getting ready to head to East Haven. So,
For the sleepy Sheltari.
I love that Sheltari's always the first one to fall asleep, but always the last one to wake up.
wait.
But the first to cut a motherfucker.
I'm not.
All right, as you guys wake up and get everything ready, is there anything you guys want to do or talk about, or do we want to just fast forward?
So,
To-
We
can you
go!
put a couple of these bottles in your pack so we can get this out of here and don't have to lug a crate around?
I look at it very warily.
How many do we have to take?
There are now 14.
Monty.
14
There was
for us.
14 full ones and one partially full one, and then somebody drank the partially full one.
Where did you find a box of whiskey?
Would you believe me if I said I found it buried in the snow?
Yes.
Calder will pull his mask down over his face. Nope.
You find many things in snow.
Would you want me to believe that you found it in the snow?
I would want you to believe me when I'm telling the truth, and I am telling you the truth. I dug this out of a hole in the snow.
Yes, that is how to do it.
Okay.
That is good. See, I put things in snow.
Well, I will carry what I can, I suppose.
Thank you kindly.
I'll take a couple bottles.
All right, so you
How
guys.
do we How do we just carry loose bottles of whiskey?
In your bags.
You guys,
Yeah,
have,
it's
you
fine.
guys have backpacks.
Yeah, I guess I can wedge
Just wrap-
stuff in between them.
Yeah, just wrap it in some stuff. So you guys
Alright.
distribute the bottles of whiskey amongst all of you guys. You see Tolly's there getting ready. They're all bundled up, ready to go out onto the lake. They've got their notebooks and stuff and ready to go interview Donnie. They see you getting everything ready. Well, it was nice to meet all of you.
Okay.
And you see Cora's there too, and she's kind of like a little teary-eyed. Please, if you're ever on this side of the Walden, come back and stay. Just nice to have you while it lasted.
Helmet.
Helmet.
And then
Collar will,
stop walking away.
Caller will pull up his mask and be like, absolutely, anytime. And then he'll give a wink, mask down, and start heading out.
You'll likely be able to
Thank you for your hospitality.
find some of us in Tourmaline if you're ever in the area.
Mako will also kind of give her a deep nod as she puts the whiskey in her backpack, not wanting to leave stolen goods here.
The contraband.
Or at least what she believes to be stolen goods.
Monty's also like just casually walking over to the fireplace and putting the crate in it.
Jesus.
Yeah, it burns. Alright, so you guys all leave the inn and back out on the road. Since you guys are just traveling through the road, it will take you about a day and a half to get to East Haven. Yeah, we can just go ahead and kind of travel montage it.
Let's do it.
Epic music and shit.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the caravan?
The caravan that you were looking
The-
for.
I know
Is
they.
Torga
Torga.
Icewind.
Yeah,
Torg
Torga
Trading
Icewind
Caravan.
has
Torga
a gold wolf's paw in a field. Is like their little.
Gold was Paul on a black
Banister.
field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Left 2 days after the new moon. Yeah.
Also, I do kind of feel it's important to point out that Ravison was in both of these locations.
Um,
You just bring that up as we're walking and such.
what do you
Yeah.
mean? Both of these
Well-
locations being where?
Ravison's the one who awakened the moose. And Ravison's also the one who awakened Donnie.
Hmm. Do you anticipate something similar in East Haven?
I am at this point just expecting anything that doesn't normally talk to talk.
Do you think there's a coincidence there? We ruled her out as the suspect, but maybe they were in league with each other?
2's a coincidence, and 3 will be a pattern. And hell, for all we know, she was just running around awakening fucking everything just to screw everyone over.
Hmm. Do we know? Does anyone know if awakening creatures is that like a thing that the Frostmaiden wants?
I don't know if you guys have any idea what the Frostmaiden wants.
Yeah, like that seems.
Some people seem to believe that's what the Frostmaiden wants.
That's not like one of her like core tenets, though. Is what I'm saying. Like that's not a known thing.
She doesn't really have
Any.
core tenets
Okay.
that you are aware of.
Other than suffer and
Do you want to make a religion check
Acknowledge
to
me.
know what you know about Ariel?
I mean, sure. When Monty kind of brings that up, I guess try to remember if that's something I've ever heard. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You know her name.
Do I?
You
Don't
know
wear it out.
Ariel, and you know that she's often called the Frostmaiden.
Oh, I feel like I forgot who is she?
And what does she want? Eternal sunshine? Like,
Getting a lot of mixed messages. Okay. Well. Was there something I wanted to do? Was there something? Is anybody doing anything specific on this trek?
Floof is.
By the way, what's the weather like?
Awful.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. What is the weather like?
Weather?
Just assume awful.
Overcast. 20 below with moderate wind. Disadvantage on ranged attack rolls. There's no light.
-20 degrees.
So it is dark. Okay.
I think the warmest it will ever be is 10 below, so.
Yeah. All perception checks fail automatically. Cool.
Good
What if
thing
I have snow goggles?
blind sight.
I think it's due to a lack of light,
It's a lack of
not a
light.
whiteout, not a whiteout
There's just
situation.
there's no natural light, so you either have to have
That's what
torches
it is.
or blind sight.
Ooh.
So if something gets within swinging range,
I think it's real close. Floof will know.
yeah,
Does
yes.
dark vision do anything?
Which is
Dark vision gives you makes it so you have disadvantage rather than automatic fail because it makes no light into dim light.
So I'm just walking in the front to keep an eye on where we're going, but I'm also holding my new club proudly, as if it is like I feel like the bravest warrior holding it, like just the most proud Floof.
Think it suits you, Floof.
Sucha?
No, it suits you.
Suits you.
Like that club looks like you are meant for it.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
All right,
one
so
of these days.
travel montage. Dun, dun, dun.
Ba-da-da-bap-bap.
What's the theme song though?
It's gonna be a montage.
It's the song of the fish song.
Oh, it's old Bitey song.
Old Bitey song.
Oh, god damn it.
Set to like an epic orchestral symphony.
Make it happen.
There's a place that I wanna go.
Oh no. Like swelling cello in the
Yes.
background.
Like people devoted their life to this moment, and that was to play this damn montage.
All right, so you guys are going to arrive in East Haven late in the day, like late in the evening on the 28th,
And when's the new moon?
in 2 days.
Oh fuck. Okay, cool.
Was there something significant that I forgot about the new moon?
The new moon is
That's
when
when the
the sacrifice to the
Oh,
Frostmadien
right.
is made.
Yes,
Depending
that's
on
right.
what town you're in, it's different what the sacrifice is.
Could I roll
But
like
the
a
caravan
history
left the
check?
last place just after
real
the
quick
new
before
moon, so.
we do that, let's describe arriving at East Haven. So first off,
Yeah, what
let's
does
jump
East Haven
over
look
to
like?
the map of East Haven.
Goodbye, Donnie.
It's such a beautiful drawing.
All right. So East Haven is
Our boats
one
have
of the
mustaches.
large towns that is not
No.
fortified. There is no fortification here. However, so East Haven is like stepping into Icewind Dale's past. The place is living example of the boomtown way of life that gripped the 10 town centuries ago. In the generations since, as other towns have settled into predictable patterns of existence, East Haven has continued to grow and reinvent itself. After the East Way was paved, the East Haven evolved into a frontier trader's paradise.
Are we on the map yet or no?
No, this is Bremen.
Aha.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys
So it's a
approach from
big place.
approach from the east way
It.
into kind of the hilly town that is East Haven. It's kind of built into these kind of hills. Imagine like a alpine skiing town. Like all of the houses here kind of have intricate pattern work and stuff. They're big log cabins. East Haven is probably one of the nicest or welcoming looking cities in the 10 towns. As you guys are walking in, though, you see like crowds of people kind of moving towards the center of town, kind of in all of them heading in a single direction.
That feels a bit unusual.
Excuse me, miss.
Hey, yes? Can I help you?
We're new here. I was just wondering where everybody's going.
Everyone's headed to the town hall. They are getting ready to execute the Red Wizard.
The Red Wizard.
Yes, the one that they found. Sorry, I'm going to be late. I don't want to
Yes,
miss
of course. Thank you. Have we heard something about a Red Wizard? I feel like we have.
I'll make a history check.
About Red Wizards in general, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Is that Sheltari asking? Oh.
I don't think you
Yes.
guys have heard anything about a Red Wizard in Icewind.
I
Dale yet.
haven't.
20 Red Wizards are from Thay. Here. So the Red Wizards of Thay.
Baked turkey.
So they're notorious and nefarious wizards from the country of Thay, which is kind of south east, pretty far east of Icewind Dale. It's like a kind of a deserty, mountainous place. The area of Thay is led by a lich known as Saz Tame. And a lot of the Red Wizards are kind of notorious throughout Faerun for being kind of power hungry, kind of lawful neutral or lawful evil. They typically lack empathy, and mostly they kind of just seek magical power. They just so yeah, I don't know how much more you want to know about the history of the Red Wizards, but you know they're typically not well received throughout Faerun outside of their home country. And usually if they're around, they're looking for something powerful. Like
Monty
those-
will open up and he'll say, Red Wizards of Thay. We had a couple try to get into Baldur's Gate, into my favorite pub once, and we had to kick one of their asses out of there. Whole bunch of ne'er-do-wells. Spicy magic, though.
Did Monty say that he had to bounce a Red Wizard of Thay out of a tavern?
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he says, yeah. What do you suppose one is doing here in East Haven?
Getting executed, apparently. See, normally when everybody's going in a direction like this, I get, a thought of lemons. But, if there's an execution on the other side, I say we go check it out.
Well, wouldn't hurt if
Disapprovingly.
it's where everybody else seems to be going, and kind of we're not going to learn anything from nobody, so
You broke my stress ball.
Oh,
We don't have to if it's that heavy. We don't
Oh.
have to.
Floof is already just following the crowd, by the
Okay,
way.
well.
Floof's just in line.
Monty's gonna notice Vaca's look after he says that. He's like, you got a different opinion or what?
Too early in the day for. She's just kind of like shakes.
Mm.
But she'll follow
Yeah.
if we're going to go watch a rabbling mob kill.
Well, they say justice never sleeps, right? Or is it that she's blind?
Sometimes she is both.
Mm.
Sleepy and blind.
Just keep following the east way to the center of town.
Tanner,
Yeah.
Go clean my fingers. I broke my stress ball.
what
Here, be.
would you like me to roll? Assuming maybe history on knowing like at least recent history of like some of the sacrificial practices of the towns has Calder heard like what they're giving up specifically around East Haven.
Sure, go ahead and roll history.
Give me something good.
You have not heard what East Haven has decided to sacrifice on the new moons, but if you want, you can stop somebody who's walking past you if you want to ask them.
Oh, that's gonna feel weird. Well, actually, it wouldn't be feel weird because it'd just be learning on what to help give up. Yeah, he'll find the closest person, I guess, and ask them. Excuse me, as he pulls up his mask.
Aye, what is it?
Sorry, we just came into East Haven. I know everybody's bustling to town hall. I just need to know. We're what, a couple days out from new moon?
Aye, 2 days.
What's this town giving up for Frostmadien?
There'll be a drawing around the town hall. Whoever picks the wrong stone.
You're having a lottery?
In a sense.
I read about this in my English class once.
Are you...
Sorry.
Certainly is a way to do it.
Thank you.
You can take your
Appreciate it.
complaints up with the speaker, and perhaps the Frost Maiden herself.
Option that we've
Baka's
explored.
disapproving.
So what's the prize from the lottery?
Oh god.
You guys might want to
Oh,
make
he's
your
still
way
talking.
out of East Haven before the new moon.
I see what you're trying to get me out of the running for this lottery.
Oh, aye, Mr. Montgomery.
You just
Thank
see
you
he
for-
kind of shakes his head and turns and
Yeah.
keeps heading towards the town hall.
Yeah.
Thank you
Mon-
again, sir. And Calder
Monty,
kinda
Monty.
look at the rest of us and pull his mask and be like, that was what I was afraid of.
Monty.
Yeah?
Is that one? I point at the guy who's leaving. Ne'er the woe.
So as that guy kind of not shakes his head and turns from you guys see what looks like one of the town guard kind of approaches you. He's like, I mean, if you don't want your name drawn in the lottery, there are ways to get around it. Just saying.
What if I want to guarantee my name getting drawn in the lottery?
Oh,
He's-
I thought I was
Vaca kinda like-
speaking to somebody who understood things. Oh, never mind.
He's new to the area. It's strange that a town official would be dissuading those to take part in the ritual.
I would never dissuade anyone from taking part of the ritual and upsetting the Frostmaiden.
But you know of ways to get out of it. I will say we would be
I'm
interested.
just saying
we are
you're-
not residents here.
You're new to town, and if you don't want your name cast into the coffers, well, there are other coffers that you can fill instead. If you know what I mean.
We may.
No.
Some of us may. What coffers need filling, sir?
You could make a donation to the town watch. I can take your donation right now, in fact.
And this would go towards those coffers rather than our names in the lottery.
I'm just saying, your generosity can lead to a nice, reassuring sleep on the new moon.
Could I roll insight check?
Sure.
See if he's
Yeah,
being
absolutely.
legit.
Yeah.
Rip. Okay. You telling truth to Calder.
Yeah, no,
They
let
don't
me see
even
this,
know
let
our
me see this,
names.
Let me see this guy.
Yeah, he's definitely saying that if you don't want to be involved in the new moon sacrifice, that you can give him a bribe right now, and he'll make sure that you are not drawn.
Your coffers fill better with coin or with whiskey?
Coin, preferably. It's for the town watch, after all.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I just thought you were charitable folks, but if not, I
No,
will go
of
on my
course.
way.
Of course. I do a quick glance upward. There you are. 1, 2, 3. Fine. 3
I'm
it is.
I'm squinting up at 2, looking.
I hand 3 gold pieces.
He kind of...
Does he react to that at all, or?
He holds the 3 gold pieces in his hands and says, well,
Can I try to intervene before this transaction takes place?
what are you trying to do?
I'd like to take Sheltari's hand and prevent him from giving the gold to the soldier.
Okay, so as you see, Sheltari tries to reach his hand out with the gold in it. Vodka just grabs you by the wrist.
And like very gently puts your hand back towards your chest, and kind of like exhales deep from the chest. And how charitable and well does the watch sleep when the families of those sacrificed know that your lottery is not fair.
Oh, no one ever accused the lottery of being unfair. This is simply a donation. It appears that our communication has gotten crossed. I'll be on my way.
Yeah, if he leaves, I'm gonna let him leave.
Okay. Monty.
Monty,
You see as he
Monty
kind of-
looks directly at Calder.
You see as he's kind of walking away, he kind of tilts his head towards you and he says, I hope you all have a uneventful new moon. And he kind of smiles and walks off.
Good.
Calder just says under his breath, under the mask, well, that seemed kind of menacing.
Was that one ne'er dwell?
Yeah.
Very much so, Floof.
I flew.
I growl at.
Buck, I thought I was the one who had issues with authority figures.
I have issues of those who are undeserving buying their way out of fair fights.
Well,
Is any fight against fate really fair?
I think our lives are worth more than gold in someone else's pocket.
regardless of our philosophies, as long as nobody knows our names, it would be hard to be entered into whatever ritual this is.
And
So
Vaka
maybe
will
we should
kind of
keep
like,
it that way.
and Vaka will look down at Sholtari. And if our name is called, and we are not sacrificed, then perhaps our ice pick friend will come find us. Then our search is over.
Or somebody innocent.
Vaka will kind of like shake off this bad taste in her mouth, this person whose job is supposed to be to protect the village. He saunters away.
Let's hold on to that idea.
Are you
Calder
guys
will pat Vodka on the shoulder, like,
Are you guys continuing this conversation as you're walking towards the town hall?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you're just like
Presumably.
standing in the street or if you guys are walking towards the town hall.
nah, we're probably just keeping pace.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Stand. But let's hold on to that idea, though. I think that could be a good one. Let's find out if the trading caravan is still in the area first. Because if they are, that could be a good way to go about it. But if they're not, I still think we should avoid giving out our names. And just watch things as they progress.
So you're saying we should give some false identities.
Oh.
Might be a tad difficult for me, depending on who's out and about,
True.
considering my nomadic trading ways.
I suppose Helm has drawn in a respectable amount of business. And
Yeah, Calder, that's what you pay for when you get around.
I guess, Mr. Montgomery.
it's also possible that I may be recognized.
Um,
Well-
Hard cut to Floof, who is a little bit farther along in the crowd than going, "Hello, I am Floof."
Oh my god.
as Floof is doing this, though, most of the people don't seem to be paying attention to Floof. And since Floof is so short, Floof can't see beyond the crowd to see what they're all actually staring at. But the rest of you guys, as you get towards the town hall and kind of the town center, you can see that there is this large pyre of wood kind of built up. And from the center of the pyre is a stake. And tied to that stake, you guys see a man. Let's see if I can get a...
Oh, this is sounding like some Malleus Maleficum shit right now.
See if I got a picture of him. I got it somewhere here. Give me just a second. I should have...
While he's doing that, I just want to clarify for the sake of fan art that Monty on his angle has a tattoo that is AGAN. All guards are ne'er-do-wells.
LOL. An ankle tat. It's canon.
Wow.
Oh, definitely
That's
not
good
topical.
shit.
Definitely not topical. This is
Good
not
shit.
escapism whatsoever anymore.
Alright. So that is what... So the man is the gentleman here sitting with the pointing hat. Let me get back over to the stream. Alright, there
Vaka
it is.
needs
So-
some more juice for this episode.
So you can see it. It's this man. He's got like a pointed hat, long shaggy hair that kind of sticks out from it, and this kind of scruffy goatee. He's wearing what looks like a kind of a duster, and he's got like a bandolier across his chest that is filled with these vials. You can see as he's tied to this stake, you see a couple guards standing at the corners of it, and the man who's tied to the stake just looks bored and unamused with everything that is happening. The crowd that is huddled around is fairly quiet. What are you guys doing?
I cannot see. I can't see.
Vaka's gonna try to get Floof.
You
You
just
put me
scoop
up on
Floof.
your scoop the floof.
Not to scoop the Floof, but to kind of bring the Floof around and, like, shield the Floof behind my giant Goliath thigh. So that
Okay,
they don't
I-
see what is happening.
I climb up your back.
Oh no.
And then I go, the ne'er-do-well.
Monty, can we, considering his last history check, does this match up with the description of a Say wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
Just because he's not wearing a ton of red.
yeah, he's not wearing a ton of red, but I mean, he's not wearing the traditional garb of a Red Wizard of Thay, but the Red Wizards of Thay have not been a thing for quite some time.
Hmm.
It's the ne'er-do-well.
But
No,
I'm
it's
assuming
just him. You see,
Kranitas
right?
is not with them.
what was that?
The picture you shared, there's a skeletal being that's not there.
No, it's just the wizard. I don't know the player handout. They have him as well as
Yeah.
that other thing that you don't know about yet, which is weird.
Okay,
They wouldn't just
sorry.
have the one, so
Mhm.
just ignore it for now.
Okay.
It's a secret for later. But anyway,
I'm just gonna. I'm just watching.
yeah.
Nobody's
so,
really doing anything.
yeah. The crowd around it is pretty quiet, and there are two kind of town guards standing there with lit torches at either end of this like stack of wood, and you see a man standing in front. He kind of turns to the crowd and then turns back. That gentleman, he's got closely cropped brown hair and like a pretty prominent widow's peak, and you can see he's got a
So you know he's a bad guy.
he's got a shaggy beard but no mustache, just like kind of the chin area. He's pale, and he has like, it looks like he's got just very pale skin, but he's got like a fur coat that's kind of wrapped around his shoulders. And he just kind of turns to the crowd, his eyes kind of darting back and forth. He just looks kind of tired, just tired with everything that's happening. And he turns back to the man who is tied to the post, and he says, I, Speaker Deneth Whalen, the powers invested in me by the town of East Haven, sentence you. Where's my notes? Shuffles through his pockets.
Who are we
Pulls out-
executing this week?
Pulls out
Which
a piece
one?
of parchment.
Which one are you again?
Donald, nope, wrong one.
Here we are. Yes, you, Dazan of the Red Wizards of Thay, hereby sentence you to death for your crimes against the 10 towns. Do you have anything to say in your defense, or any last words you would like to make known before these good people? And you see
Asking
the man,
a wizard if they have any last words. Incantation bait. Let's go.
His hands are tied. Okay, and he doesn't have his component pouch. Okay, or his spell book.
From the
Okay,
murder. Jeez.
gosh.
Kind of ruining my immersion for the murder. Come on.
Murder.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was supposed to be in Monty's accent, not mine.
And you just see the man that's tied to the post just kind of sighs. And he says, "Are you going to do this today, or am I going to have to sit in this uncomfortable position for much longer?" And the speaker just kind of shakes his head, and he just turns to the guards and says, "You heard the wizard's request." And they place the torches to the wood pyre, and it lights rather quickly. And the man on the stake neither struggles nor screams as he is engulfed in flame.
Tanner.
Yes.
Floof watches this and then goes completely still for a split second, and then just starts sprinting to the pyre.
You're gonna have to make a contested roll against Vodka.
All right, make that.
Sprinting.
Like, if Floof tries to get off of her shoulder, she's going to try to catch him. Or them, sorry.
And I just shared with you some artwork of this scene.
Oh no.
Yeah.
hella metal.
Ooh.
Oh, damn it. What, is that an athletics from me then, or?
It would be athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
I launch off of your shoulder and like scrabble across, like over other people for a little bit before I get my footing.
So you can see the crowd as this fire goes up. Like the crowd begins to huddle as close to it as they can, trying to get the warmth from the fire.
Oh my god!
So you trying to push through these people is very difficult, Floof.
I
Can
can
I-
walk on them.
Are you just gonna climb over their heads?
If they're close enough together, I can just leap like
Yeah,
they're trees.
they will. Can I get like an acrobatics check though?
Yeah.
As running across people's heads isn't the most sturdy
Yeah.
of ground.
As you're doing that, Vodka's yelling after you.
Yeah, so you're able to kind of like pounce from head to head. As you do, people curse at you and swat at you, but you're able to make your way. What's your goal here? What are you doing?
Floof is running on adrenaline response, so they don't have a plan, but they get as close to the fire as they can, and
Can Vodka try to spear through the crowd of people to catch them again?
Oh fuck!
So as you get closer to the fire, the heat of it gets overwhelming, and you can feel this tug, like in your chest, kind of pulling you back, demanding that you stop.
I start shouting, no. I just keep starting to shout, no, but it comes out almost like barking.
Yeah, I'm also trying to tear through the crowd now.
All of you guys are, so Vodka and Shaltari are trying to tear through the crowd as well. Strength checks. Athletics.
Athletics.
Monty is just staring, unblinking, right at it. With just
Calder.
no expression on his face.
Yeah, the crowd is so packed at this point that both Vodka and Shaltari are having a really hard time pushing their way through it without physically hurting people.
Calder's not gonna move to draw attention.
Yeah, Vodka will still yell after Floof and try to get to at least arm's length of them.
Yeah, you are unable to catch up to Floof.
Dang it.
I am looking to see if I can get the person free. That's what I'm doing.
The image that is up right now, or the image I shared with you, is basically what you see. You can barely even make out the person in the flame anymore, aside from their kind of pointed hat. They're just so engulfed in flame. The closer you get, the warmer it gets, and if you get too close, it starts to get way too hot.
How close or how far away is the pyre from where we are in the crowd?
I would say you guys are probably about 120 feet away behind, because you guys got here so late, like the crowd had already formed.
And Floof is already up there?
Floof
I
has scrambled
ran-
across their
Oh,
heads.
fuck. Okay.
Instead of trying to free the person, I think Floof just ends up continuing to shout no at anybody who they think might help, like the guard or the speaker, just making a huge scene.
So as you get there, most of the people in the crowd don't pay you any attention, and you can see there's about probably a 15-foot kind of ring around this pyre where people can't get closer than that because the heat's too much. And there are guards and stuff in that area, and you just kind of like plead with anybody, like kind of just like shove you aside.
I'm like, I like go in that ring where it's too hot. And I'm just looking helpless and panicked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I continue to try to get to her or them?
No, the crowd's just too packed. Like, you
Damn it.
keep pushing, but the crowd's just too packed. And Floof just kind of sits in this area, kind of panicking, trying to get anybody to help, but nobody will.
At which point, I take one more look at the fire, and then I just start running away.
Alright, so you kind of push your way back out. It's easier to get out than it is to get in, as you kind of make your way back, and after a little bit, the fire kind of begins to die down, and it's just a big pile of ash in the center, and the crowd begins to disperse.
Vaka will continue to look for Floof and look at the direction they took off in and try to find them.
I've curled up in any sense of shelter that I think is safe.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so as the crowd kind of disperses, Vaka goes off to look for Floof. Roll an investigation check.
Oh, big stretch.
Oofed.
Yeah, you are able to find Floof pretty quickly, kind of knowing Floof, knowing where they would go. You look towards a building kind of off to the side of this kind of town square, and a pile of kind of crates and snow, and you find them kind of curled up in this like makeshift shelter that they've built.
Okay. Quick character time. There's a question for Keely. So in their journeys together, has Vaka seen this type of behavior before? Or is this entirely new? I guess that's a lot to kind of spring on you in this exact moment.
No, it's fine. I don't think we've ever watched somebody get burned at the stake.
Yes.
So I
but,
don't
like,
think that this particular response, but you do know pretty well that they don't always respond great to fire if it's surprise fire. And they tend to not get very close to a planned fire, like a bonfire, campfire. Like, they find the balance of just warm enough and far enough pretty regularly.
Okay, so Vaka will kind of look as the crowd starts to dissipate, as the smoke billows in the air and the fire itself becomes smaller. And we'll find a spot that they're pretty confident that Floof is in, and we'll hunker down onto her hands and knees and look in the space, and very gently, with her fingers, touch over Floof's ear and their head to where they're hiding.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Calder will just he'll just stand there looking at that pyre, and Monty's standing right next to Calder, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just hear Calder say something in Elvish as a crow lands on his shoulder.
Monty, I don't believe, speaks Elvish.
I would have ran after Vaka as best as I could.
All right. Yeah, so you're kind of right behind Vaka. As you see, they kind of pull this stuff aside to reveal Floof kind of curled up there, as Vaka just places her hand on Floof.
Yeah, so she'll like get down closer, touch their head. I'm sorry, little one. I should have kept you far away.
Floof doesn't say anything, but they do they could be very slowly coaxed out of their hiding spot.
So yeah, Vaka will pretty much stay on hand and knee, touching their head and their ears gently, and like slowly try to scoop them towards her.
A little bit sooty.
That's okay. A little singed in the whiskers.
Yeah.
Vaka will take out her water skin and offer Floof some water, since they appear to be very hot, being so close to the flames.
Yeah. Yeah, I just cling and like just hide my face in your armpit.
Yeah. So Vaka will let them drink and then scoop them up and just kind of like gently rub or like pet their back. There was nothing that we could have done.
Roll perception.
During all this, Vaka.
Is that me? Am I rolling perception?
No, it's
I'm just kind of keeping just watch at your back during all of this is all. I need to. There we go. Man, one of these days I'll roll above a 10.
Yeah, so you're just kind of looking around. You're seeing the crowd kind of disperse. A couple people are kind of lingering at this pile, which is now kind of burned down to coals. It's still burning, but it's not the roaring flame that it was before. And the image of the red wizard is gone in the flame. But yeah, you look around, you can see Calder and Monty standing there, kind of just quietly watching as the crowd kind of begins to break away. You can see some people heading off to where are we at? Heading off towards the east, or towards the west, sorry. And some people heading off towards the east, yeah. Kind of breaking in two ways, and some people are just heading home.
You said I can still see where the pyre was?
Yeah, I mean it was a huge pyre, so it's still burning. It's just not the flames that it was before.
And this man was tied to like a post or a stake?
Yeah, he was tied to a stake in the center of it, and that is gone now.
There are no remains at all.
If there are any remains, they are in what is left of the burning pile.
Are there any officials up at the pyre?
Those two guards are still standing there, but you see the speaker has walked into the town hall.
If I don't see anybody that's, being leery of us, I want to get closer to
the 8, no.
Yeah, then I want to head closer to where the pyre was, and because having the reputation of power-hungry wizards and his lack of concern of being burned alive, I'm feeling suspicious.
Okay, yeah, you approach the
Shaltari, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
No, I'm suspicious of what happened here.
So you approach the burning pile, the two guards standing there with their spears, just kind of leaning on their spears, watching the pile burn. They kind of look at you as you approach, but really don't give you much mind and go back to watching the pile burn.
Yeah, I just want to get, as close as they'll let me.
Yeah, they don't seem they don't seem bothered by your presence.
Okay. Are there like skeletal remains? Or like
it's still on fire. Like if you want to sift through it when it's done burning, you can.
Okay. Oh, so okay.
Yeah,
Is
I mean, this
there
isn't
still a
just
form? Is there still a form that is tied to this stake? Like, does it look like there's something still
No,
there
the
burning?
post has collapsed down into the fire.
Oh,
So
I
it
see.
burned.
Yeah, I
a
see
little
what you
bit,
mean.
huge big flame, the stake, and the man on it. That
Okay.
figure kind of collapsed down into the fire.
Okay.
And then the fire has kind of died down a little bit, and everybody's kind of gone on their way.
Yeah, I'll just wait, I suppose. I don't know what anybody else is doing, but
Yeah, what does everybody else do?
Calder just stands there and waits.
Floof is staying with Vaka, still not speaking a word. Basically, for Vaka's sake, it's very similar to the way they were when you found them. It's kind of scared and not knowing any words and stuff.
So y'all just kind of wait until the fire burns down.
Mhm.
Yeah, Monty will open his mouth after a little bit and say, "He could have been wittier."
You get kind of a sort of a grim chuckle out of Calder. Like a,
After about an
Remind
hour,
me to be wittier when I go.
do my best, Mr. Montgomery.
so after about an hour of this fire burning, it starts to burn lower, so it's just kind of charcoal and ember, and you see one of the guards begins kind of poking through this pile of ash with his spear until he plunks across a skull, a blackened, charred skull, and kind of pulls it out with his spear, and kind of turns to the other guard and says, "Well, here's that's done."
How close am I to this?
You're just standing right there.
Does it look like a human skull?
Yeah.
He didn't seem bothered at all, did he?
He was saying that to one of the guards.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Good chat. I turn back and go towards Montgomery and Calder.
Did you want something else? Do you want me to say something?
I said good chat.
That's a good day.
Said good day.
Did you want to buy your way
Meow
out of the
was
lottery?
God damn it. No. Clearly neither of them had any strong opinions on the matter.
Tanner's face.
Are we map-wise? Are we anywhere close to the lake?
You guys are right here.
Okay, yeah. So Vaka would have walked with Floof probably here. Oh, I'm not pointing him. Just
Yeah.
close to the water side
So
where it is.
once you get up to the docks, you can see the docks here, like every place else you've been. The water is solid ice,
Hmm.
as far as you can see.
Yeah. So Vaka will walk with Floof, kind of just humming gently, and then we'll sit where the pier is at, even though the water is icy, but it's cold. There's wind because it's coming off of a lake. And we'll just kind of like keep petting them gently.
After a little while, Floof will start to make little noises in their throat, which eventually start to sound like the old Bitey song that they are humming in the very bad Floof hum. and is just doing that, enjoying the comfort of Vaka.
What are the rest of you guys doing as this fire burns down? And
Yeah.
Tara's approaching the two of us, right?
Yeah.
you guys watched Vaka kind of walk away
Mm-hmm.
with Floof.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody, either of you, think it's strange that everyone just accepted a man calmly burning to death?
They probably just cared about the warmth of the fire, to be honest.
He didn't scream at all, so could have been more unpleasant.
It's less that he didn't scream, but he also didn't. Well, I guess I don't know how close I was. Could I see, like, did he even, like, grimace?
You guys were like
Pretty far away.
120 feet away.
Hmm.
So, like, you couldn't
Yeah,
just
no.
make out, like, his facial expressions too much, but he didn't. And then he was engulfed in flames, but no, he didn't fight anything. He didn't make any screams. He didn't make any sounds. He looked kind of
There was-
bored with the whole situation. Kind
Yes.
of annoyed by it more than anything.
Something isn't right here. I wonder if it has something to do with our, I guess, the crime that we are trying to solve. I'm not sure what the connection would be yet, but it seems just
You,
coincidental.
you know the Thay ruled by a Lich King. I assume that they have a very interesting relationship with death. You might just be reading a little too much into this.
Perhaps.
It was a waste, though.
Of
I
what?
really liked his coat.
It was a nice coat.
Our lucky Vaka can't hear your asses.
Hmm. Hopefully his spirit can find rest. You seem to be at peace, so
You're right.
can only hope to I can only hope to be bored when I'm dying.
Hmm.
Speaking of restful spirits, want to find some place to crack open a whiskey?
I think I'll take you up on that, Mr. Montgomery.
Alright, so do you guys go and find Vaka and Floof, or do you just start making your way toward trying to find a place to drink?
No, we should at least, they should know where we're going.
Calder is already beelining towards Vodka and Floof.
Okay. Yeah, you find Vodka and Floof pretty easily. There's just a couple houses over. You can see the lake shore from where you're at, so.
Kitty cat and oh god!
Yes.
Oh, to break up the somberness, chunky kitty face.
He is an emotional support cat.
Calder will approach Vodka and Floof.
Okay, as you approach, all you hear is, in gravelly, in Goliath, is, There's a place I like to go.
Oh my god.
Farther up the river's flow. Where it is I do not know. Must be under all that snow. She is singing to Floof.
You're singing it in Giant.
I'm singing it in Giant, yes.
Yeah, because that's the Goliath language that they speak Giant. So I don't know.
And
Do you
Floof-
speak Giant?
Calder speaks Giant.
Yeah, so you can understand the song.
Yeah, so Calder will chime in with it too. Kind of
Floof
just
is humming
approaching
along.
closely. Or cautiously. Calder will continue in Giant. Speaker, we're gonna go find some lodging. Probably crack open a bottle of spirit if you want to join us.
And Locke will kind of nod. Are you ready for some fish, Floof?
Floof pops their head over your shoulder and looks at Calder. Says, "Hello."
Calder will say, "Hello," and then you'll see the crow on his shoulder just caw at you.
Can,
It's not Murder Hawk.
okay, we go. And then I just start scampering off like everything is fine.
You
And
guys meet
nothing's
up
wrong.
with the rest of the party. Yeah, you're all just kind of standing there.
No! Oh no.
And we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us.
Close to the sun.
Kidding me? Cut the feed.
Got it. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Cut the feed.
Cut the feed.
Jesus.
Look at that hand.
Just
Oh my god.
Hold
thanks for
on.
watching.
Hold on.
Thanks. It's been fun.
Bap.
Tonight's blooper was brought to you by Jimmy Dean's
Somebody
Breakfast
flip it.
Sandwiches.
Did it go behind the desk?
Yeah,
Yes,
between
it's
them.
not, and I'm not getting it.
Okay, well, I guess we could call it early. Call it 10 minutes early. That's fine.
Oh.
We head back to the wherever, and
Yeah,
wherever we
you
go.
guys don't know where the inn is, but we can
We'll
figure
find
that
it.
out next week. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll call it a little early since
Thanks, Scotch.
Shit. As you can see,
Technical difficulties.
yeah, technical difficulties. Oh, there's his hand. You can see trying to get there. All right.
The struggle is entertaining. I got these hands.
I
Alright.
can't.
It's okay. We'll get it. We'll get
All
it.
right. Well, anyway,
Monty pops open the bottle of whiskey right there in the town square, gives a long sip and says, "I do love scotch."
Oh my goodness.
LOL.
Oh. Oh.
all right. Well, thanks for
Good
tuning
night.
in.
Fuck.
We'll be back next week
It's stuck.
for another game. Yeah. So you can
God
follow
damn
us
it.
on Twitter at D20Panic, and
Where it goes, I do not know. Must be
yep,
under all
the
the
snow.
desk.
There's
All
a
the
place
Wait.
I like to go.
Fucking.
Take us home, old Bitey. Take us home.
Where up the river flow. Where it is I do not know. Must
Got
be
it.
under all the snow.
snow.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
Bye.
Fuck.